So what's up, everybody? This is your boy Jonathan, back at it again, getting off of work, about to go downtown to the studio, do some dancing or whatever. And what I wanted to talk to you about is something way off topic. And I know this is something that you guys wanted to hear, so I'll tell you. Let's talk about nerd culture, okay? And I'm serious, I'm a big nerd. Everybody's a big nerd, except, you feel me, I know when it's socially acceptable to talk about that stuff and when it's not socially acceptable. So, what am I into right now? Okay, so right now I just started getting into Legos. And so I buy mixed Lego lots online that have a bunch of random pieces and then build stuff with it, you know. Or just have fun, whatever. And it's very mind-numbing to play and build things with Legos. It's very relaxing for me. I like it. I follow some YouTubers like Brickitect and Jang Bricks, who Brickitect, he shares his Lego journey every day. I guess that's what he talks about with his son, and they build stuff out of Legos. And then Jang Bricks, he makes a city, but he also like just reviews a bunch of different Lego sets. And right now I'm really into like the underwater Lego theme, so I build stuff out of that. I like the cave exploration, like Curse Splunking, like old school Rock Raiders. So I be having like Rock Raider pieces at the house. I like all of the Arctic stuff, so I like the original Ice Planet. I got a couple figures from that. I like to do that theme, or all three of the different Arctic themes, because there's 3 different Arctic themes. I know it's super nerdy, but that's what I like. So I buy random Lego pieces offline that are mixed, and then like kind of separate them out and figure out what parts I have, and then try to build in that theme, which is pretty cool. I like it. Oh, also follow this show about like I forgot what it's called, but it's like this show where they go around to Lego conventions and show off different crazy spaceships and stuff. So that's really cool. I'm also into Star Trek. I'm a big Star Trek fan. I like the last 3 movies, which are pretty cool. And then I like the new Star Trek series with Michael Burnham, Spock's sister. Oh my God, Michael Burnham, she's like this black half Vulcan girl. She is so cute. Or maybe she's not Vulcan. Maybe she was human raised by a Vulcan. Either way, she's so cute. Michael Burnham is hot. Like, that's like the hottest lady in Star Trek ever. So I like that. I stopped watching after they went to the Mirror Universe, when the lady from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon like popped. She died and then she popped back in the Mirror Universe. And it was like, they went from the Klingon War to the Mirror Universe, and it was kind of like, where did that come from? But then after that, I didn't finish the Mirror Universe, so I don't know how it ended. But I know that they recently ran into the Starship Enterprise and took Captain Pike off the Starship Enterprise. And Captain Pike was the one who was right before Captain Kirk. He was the captain of the Enterprise before Captain Kirk, and then he left the Enterprise and Captain Kirk took over. But they never explained why he left, so now they have. So that's cool. Yeah, I was a huge Star Wars fan, the first original trilogy. The last one, the prequel trilogies, episode 1, 2, and 3, were too much politics and too convoluted, but they had amazing props, costumes, visuals, so I'll give it, thumbs up on that, but it was too confusing, and all it was politics and people talking about politics, and barely any fighting. So, and then the last ones they did, like, okay, so my true opinion on the last Star Wars movies, they were all right. There was a lot of stuff they could have done better, but again, it's just a movie, and I ain't got time for it. Ain't nobody got time for that. So I'll see it, either I like it or not. it was kind of boo-boo. Because they just, they missed out on a lot of different parts. Like, people, they messed up Luke Skywalker. They screwed up Princess Leia. They didn't tell Kylo Ren's backstory or what happened with the Knights of Ren. Rey was like some random hobo daughter. Like, Snoke died before he could even know his backstory. It was like garbage. So, but I'm not out there trying to kill Kathleen Kennedy over it or boycott Star Wars and all that. It's just... So yeah, I'm not gonna go after Kathleen Kennedy over it because it's just a movie, whatever. Star Wars is not that serious. And then I'm a huge G.I. Joe fan. I used to collect all the G.I. Joe figures in San Francisco, California. But I give them all to my brother. I don't know what he has, what he's done with them, or if he has any left. But I used to have all the vehicles and the figures, and seen all the movies, seen all the cartoons, read the comic books. I think a new lady took over publishing the comic books, so now like they have this big Samoan woman on the G.I. Joe team, and the new lady who's in charge of the the G.I. Joe comic in general, the producer, I don't know what they call it in comic book terms, but she'd be putting all this social justice this and social justice that into it. So I haven't really been keeping up on the whole G.I. Joe thing. But when they make the Snake Eyes movie, I'm definitely going to see it. And when they do G.I. Joe 3, I'm definitely seeing that movie. I am old school Batman movie, from Batman to Batman and Robin. Those are my 4 favorite Batman movies, because Batman is a cartoon. It's not supposed to be taken serious. And I didn't like all that BS new Batman movies because they take it way too serious and it's not supposed to be that dark. So I'm not into all the new Batman movies or whatever. I didn't really like Superman and all those Justice Leagues and Suicide Squad and all that stuff. I'm not really... The original Batman movies was fine. Other than that, I'm not interested. Green Lantern was kind of cool, even though everybody hates Green Lantern. Green Lantern was kind of cool. As far as Marvel, X-Men was the only real Marvel I could get into because it was a little bit more grimier and they talked about world politics and racism. And I didn't like the other superhero movies because the other superheroes, they have money and they're not underdogs. Like, how can you be an underdog if you got money and you can pay for all this cool stuff to beat the villains? So, other than that, Marvel, I'm not a Marvel fan except X-Men. I did like Spawn. Spawn is an old school superhero movie that I really liked. I saw both Ninja Turtles movies. The graphics on them were cool, but they didn't have a lot of fight scenes. And other than the graphics, the Ninja Turtle movies were okay. They weren't that good. But yeah, I saw the new Lost in Space. I like the first movie they made in like the late 90s with the guy who played Joey from Friends. That movie was really cool. But the new Lost in Space, it's too many women. Like, all the characters are women. It's more, the plot is more woman driven. And they turned the robot into like this alien, which I wasn't really fond of. So I'm not really a new Lost in Space fan. But anyways, that's it for this video where I talk about nerd culture. That's my nerd culture. There are some anime stuff I like, but I'll get into that in the next video because everybody knows that the rabbit hole with anime is so deep, it's ridiculous. So that's too much to talk about in this video. But anyway, I hope you liked this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment. I'll get back to you. All right, everybody. I'm out. Peace.